And so Elijah went.
I mean, would you have stayed?
I mean, she was going to stay with him.
As the Lord lives, I will not leave you.
Yeah. And so, even so, the servant goes on ahead and still does what Elisha's told him to do.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's proven that it wasn't enough.
So I want to go back to here when Elijah is giving instructions to Gehazi. Go and lay my staff on the face of the child. If you meet any man, do not salute him. If he salutes you, do not answer him. So yeah. I'm not going to pretend like I have a lot of theological whatever, but that's how I feel like when the Lord gives you an assignment, you put your blinders on and you don't get distracted by anything that goes on. And take when the person salutes you or you salute them, that's an exchange. And I get that way. Like if I'm supposed to be doing something, I can't take on anything from anybody else. I can't. You have those people who are the thermostats and the thermometers of the room, and like if they're irritated, then you get irritated. No, you can't take on anything from anybody else because you're on an assignment. And Gehazi was on an assignment. He had specific instructions from the prophet, and he could not take it on anything from anybody else. And that may not have anything to do with Gehazi, but it's something that I have to deal with in my life. Is I cannot take on the emotions or the situations like Mama said. I don't have the grace for that. I cannot take on anything from anybody else. If I'm on assignment, then I have to stay focused and not look around.
Well, that's exactly what the woman did too. She didn't talk to anybody else about it. She didn't bring her husband in, go up and look at him. She didn't talk to the servants about what was going on. She had determined, and she went about to do what her assignment was.
So what if you have been given the power to accomplish something? So what if you're in a prayer service and the Lord has told you to go lay hands on something, and on the way to that person, you have an exchange with someone? It could be a look. We are as humans are so fragile to facial expressions or body language. What if you lose your focus on the way to doing that miracle? Like we have to put on that guard to not take on anything from anybody else.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking about this in terms of being a mom and this woman who was going to do what it took to see that her child was taken care of. And, I feel like I'm one of those bulldog moms. And, that's really just the way it is. Like it or don't. I'm like that. But this woman was that. And I don't want to be a bulldog mom and that my child is always wrong, because let me tell you, they're not. Right. I mean, always right. They are wrong. Not all the time. But I don't want to be one of those moms that's like, my child does no wrong. That's what I probably meant to say.
But I want to be sure, I want to insert here, so don't take my glance and get messed up.
Don't take on.
Yeah, don't take on. But, no, my children are not always right. They were not always right growing up. But I'm not going to talk to you about that.
That's right.
I'm not going to talk to somebody else in the church about how foolish they were or how they made a very bad choice. Listen, I picked up this slogan not long ago, and I'm kind of liking it. It may not be a secret. It just ain't your business. So if my kid messes up, I'm not trying to keep it a secret, but it's just not your business.
Well, it's just like you shouldn't share with the people in your circle, every frailty of your husband.
Right.
Even more today, we are more sensitive about what scars your child.
Yeah.
Okay, and what burdens them, and how much more do they need to hear you talking about what they're doing wrong to your friends?
Right.